Hello, everyone. Welcome to Natural Healing Tarot. Thank you guys for joining in. Today, we are going to take a look at how to create a plan. And this is an annual plan. I'm going to name it a life plan because I really feel like it's consciously creating a plan for the next year or really whatever time frame you have in mind. And I honestly feel it's best to create a life plan in increments of 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, even breaking it down smaller than that. So let's just jump right in. If you guys find that this message is helpful, please feel free to like the video or comment below. Also, if you would like future messages, you are more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. This channel is based around consciously creating a life and abundance in your life. Using the divination tool of tarot and oracle cards, as well as some self-help videos to kind of help guide whoever wants to listen along their journey. Understand that when I do read tarot, they are general messages. So let's get started. So the first step to creating this plan, creating the plan for the next year, is creating a list of interests, right? And this is probably a good time to write it out. It actually helps your brain process. It also helps implement these steps into your brain when you write it out. So taking some time to get a pen, piece of paper is beneficial right now. You're more than welcome to pause the video if you need to do that. So in creating the list of interests, what you're going to think about is things that you enjoy doing or things you think you would enjoy doing. Things that might bring you happiness or that you might think might bring you happiness. Is there anything, hobbies or practices that you would like to try that you haven't gotten to yet? Maybe you've been too busy, or maybe life just didn't guide you in that direction. Being able to consciously create your future, consciously create your happiness is really the goal here. So asking yourself, why haven't you done these things and what's stopping you right now? Even if you just implement little steps into your routine, it's going to help cultivate an atmosphere to guide you in that direction. What can you do right now to make you feel the best, right? How can you be the best human being possible? Okay? What habits can you create? What belief systems might you need to release? Is there some self-sabotaging behaviors, maybe some past traumas that you'd like to heal from? Don't be afraid to reach out. Therapy is amazing. I can attest to that. I've not only done therapy myself, I've taken psychology courses in college, and I know that there is a rhyme and reason to everything that we do, and it starts with our mind. It starts with the way we're thinking, and that's really what therapy, what psychology. For most trauma, especially deep childhood trauma, I would recommend cognitive behavioral therapy because they'll guide you along those steps. Don't be afraid to reach out to somebody and ask for help. If you don't have a support system, that definitely should be something that's on your list, is creating that support system. And that can start with a therapist. I know my therapist, I moved to a different community away from my hometown, and I didn't know anybody in the area. And my therapist actually was able to give me some resources in the community that I could go to and meet different people with the same interests that I had. So don't think that they're just going to coach you along the lines of your mental state. They also have tools that you can utilize as well, especially if you're new to communities. Maybe you're getting out of a relationship or you're changing friends because you're not doing the same things that you have done in the past. Maybe you don't have those same patterns that you do in the past, and those friends don't want to hang out with you because of that anymore. That's fine. Everyone has their opinions and everyone has their right to whatever, or maybe you don't want to hang out with those friends anymore, so you don't have to experience those same patterns. That's okay too. But we want to always replace anything that we take out of our life, we want to replace with something positive. And that goes for relationships too. So if you're taking a relationship out of your life, I'm not saying go from one boyfriend to the next. I'm saying even just having friends, having a support system when you're making these transitions, okay? Maybe that's something that you want to have on your list, is creating a better support system or getting new friends, meeting new people. Come up with a list of interests as well as a list of things that you would like to do, okay? And be mindful, be self-aware. These things are going to change. It's not going to stay the same. So in throughout this video, you'll see there's going to be a review process as well. Another little side tip, maybe create a bucket list, things that you would want to do maybe just once, just to check off your list and say that I did that. And let your imagination run wild in this process, okay? Now on to step 2. Now, step 2, I'm calling it carrying out the research, doing the research on the list of items or the list of hobbies, the list of things that you want to accomplish, that you want to manifest into your life. After you come up with a list, you want to research what's it going to take to make that list happen, right? Also prioritizing the list, from the what's most important or the easiest task to complete to the least important, right? For you to be happy. That's the ultimate goal right now, is for you to be happy. Cultivating a future for happiness, okay? Now, the next step is going to be breaking these items down into smaller steps, okay? Create a timeline and be realistic with yourself. You're really creating a list of items needed to make this journey easier, to make this process simpler, to cultivate happiness within your life. Only you can make yourself happy, okay? So it's time to take charge. It's time to let go of any people, places, and things that are no longer serving, and just take action about creating that happiness. So now we're going to be on to step 3. Step 3 is going to be breaking down your goals into habits. So take that list that you created in the first step and then did the research on, to see what you needed to maybe have, what tools you needed to accomplish those goals. For instance, if you want to work out more, but you haven't ever worked out, or you have stopped working out, maybe a tool that you might need to cultivate that into your life is to get a gym membership, right? Another example that I put down here is to get organized. So maybe in order to get more organized, you need to declutter. You need to get rid of old unwanted items. You need to organize. You need organization tools to help you, and then put everything back together. Breaking those goals that you want set, breaking those down into smaller steps, so that way one day you can declutter, and maybe the next week you can go through all the items and get rid of anything that you don't want. You see how every little step is going to cultivate becoming more organized. And you can do that with any bigger task in your life. That's just an example. What habits do you need to develop, right? This is where the priorities are going to come in, when you prioritized that list, right? And put your plan into action. Also, give it time. It's going to take time. It takes at least 30 days to start implementing a habit into a routine. So take time, be patient with yourself. Just having an awareness, having an understanding that it takes time will help ease that process. So now, step 4, the last step. So step 4. Step 4 is going to be implement, review, and sift. So as I said in step 2, things change, things always change, it's inevitable. Sometimes we'll find hobbies, we'll find things in our life that bring us that bring us joy no matter what. This last step is for those new habits, those new hobbies that we're implementing into our lives, just to try out, just to see. So you want to implement the habit, right, into your daily routine, breaking the steps into that daily routine. And then after you do that, I'd give it about 3 to 6 months. Take an assessment. Is it working, right? Is it something that's bringing happiness into your life? Is it causing more stress? This is where you really want to dig deep down to see, what's working, what isn't working, and keep what's working and leave what's not, right? If after 3 to 6 months it's not working, it's time to release that to make room for something more meaningful, something more productive. But if after 3 to 6 months it's still working, it's still going good, and you want to go through this process every 3 to 6 months, depending on the lifestyle, the habit, whatever the case may be. Change is the only thing consistent in our life. Being self-aware, having a plan is going to be pertinent in the chaos. Having a plan, it's no good in everyday normal life, because we can think about what we need to do, what steps we need to take when everything's normal, when everything's calm, when everything's in a routine. It's in the chaos that we need that routine to keep us going. So I hope the video helped you guys. I hope you guys can take away from this video something. If I help just one person, I feel like I've done my job. Really, the key here is to creating a life that makes you happy, and consciously creating this life, not just flying by the seat of your pants or letting somebody else guide you. Really taking control of your life and manifesting what it is that you want, what it is that you've envisioned for yourself, what it is that you dream about. Things can become a reality, but you have to consciously create and take the steps to implement that. It's not just going to come knocking on your door. So, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, sharing the content. All the love and support on this channel has been very much appreciated. You guys are all amazing, and I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.